Hey everybody, how's it going? So I got my girlfriend this pen, the Echo Livescribe Smartpen, for her birthday, and I decided to do a little review on it. She really likes it, so I gotta say that first. This is a 4 GB model, and I paid $149 for it. I bought it from Apple. In the box came the pen, came an extra thing with the ink in it, just to write with, a cable, and two caps, by the way. These caps really suck, I gotta say, first off, because they go on here and they are impossible to take off. So, yeah, see, it's a pain. Nor do they go on the back, but whatever. So there you go. First, let's look at the pen itself. Let's turn it off. Here's the pen. I think it looks really, really nice. My girlfriend, who's been using it a lot more than me in her grad school, said it's a little too thick, but I think she'll get used to it. On the end here, you got a micro USB port and a standard headphone jack. The front, you have a screen and an off and on button, and then you have the speaker right here, and the microphone down here. In the front, you have the actual pen, and in there, there's a little camera, and I'll explain to you what the camera does in a second. So to start off, the impressions of this pen are really good. There haven't been any problems with the pen whatsoever. It works like magic because you're not really used to seeing a gadget like this being integrated with actual regular paper. And when you use it, you're kind of blown away at first because it's really cool. And it also makes it really difficult to explain it to somebody because when I tried to explain it to my mom, she couldn't understand what it was. She thought it was a pen that, like, you write stuff down and it goes on the computer or something automatically, which it does that as well, but it's a lot more than that. So let's start off with the notebook, which you also get with the Smartscribe pen. This is the starter notebook, and it looks like any other notebook at first. This is one that's kind of small. I got her 4 other notebooks, which are bigger, number 1 through 4. And when you open the notebook, right away you see this, right? This is just all printed with regular ink, right? But if you look really closely, every little part of the paper, every single sheet, has a bunch of little tiny dots all over it. They're really, really small and really, really hard to see, but they're enough so the pen can see them. I'm not talking about these big dots. I'm talking about really tiny, like microscopic almost dots. And this camera in here sees these dots, and based on the location of the dots, it understands where the pen was when something was written down on the sheet. Now, first of all, you can set up date and time using this pen. So all you do is, we already set the date and the time, so I'm not going to do it again, but you can set the date and the time, so you start pushing it in. To turn it on first, pushing this button. And everything that you push here displays on the little display and goes into the pen. You can adjust brightness right through here, so I'll show you guys. You can push it and it adjusts brightness. See, it says 90% on the display, 75, 50, 10, and now it turns off the display and now it goes back to 100. And you can change the scroll speed. You can change right to left hand, so the display writing will flip whichever way you need it to be. You can change the volume, so I'm going to push it to maximum so you guys can hear. You can mute it. You can check the time, so you push time, it shows you the time. I hope you guys can see this. Probably not, but it shows you the time. You can check the date, it does the same thing. Check the battery life and shows you how full the battery is. You can go into audio settings, and there's a navigation right down here to go through settings on this pen. And it's really cool how they did that because it allows the pen to only have one button on it, which is really cool and simplistic, and I really like that. Now, you can also use the calculator, which is kind of amazing because just, I don't know, it's just kind of a cool way to do it. I don't know if it's the most convenient way to do it, but I kind of like it. So you'll do 5 plus 3, 32, let's say, times 8, and you push equals, and it gives you a result right on the pen, 261. And this calculator can do even more things because this pen is actually, there's a little computer in there. It's, I believe, 600 megahertz, which is actually as fast as the iPhone 3GS that I just got rid of. So it can do things like cosine, it can even do factorials. So I played with it the other day. I said like 33 factorial, and it gave me the number, and it's a really big number, and it's pretty impressive how this pen can do these kind of calculations. Anyway, moving on to the regular sheets. Let's go to, here you go, start a clean slate. Well, I guess this was, yeah. Alright, So here's the notebook. On the starter notebook, all the settings are in two halves, so in one page and then on the other. In the bigger notebooks that you get for this pen, they're all in one page, which is, I think, a lot better. But you can see right here, there's some settings. Right here, there's some settings. And basically, they're on each page. And each page is the little dots on it. And this is basically the main gist of the pen, and what it looks like and what the notebook looks like. The notebook came with it for free, but I bought 4 other notebooks that cost me $20, and I went to Staples and ordered them, and they brought them to the store, and I picked them up. But I think Best Buy actually sells them in their stores. So, and I bought this pen off of Apple.com because not a whole lot of places actually sell it, but I think Best Buy charges a little bit more for it, but I'm not really sure. So anyway, let's check out this pen in action. Go. First of all, let's take a look at these marks right there. In the starter notebook, you have two different sets of marks. So you have adjusting your speed and playback speed and volume for your pen. You can just adjust it right from here. You just push them with your pen, push the paper exactly as it is. And on the other page, you have navigation, you have recording, stop, pause, jump to different positions, and you can bookmark it also, which I really haven't gotten the hang of it yet. But anyway, let's test it out. Let's start a new page. And there we go. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to press record, and it should make a sound. Okay, and then I write something down. So I'm going to write that I have an exam on Monday, and then I have a quiz on Tuesday. Now, the exam on Monday is going to cover chapters 7 through 4, and the quiz on Tuesday is going to cover something else, whatever. Alright, so now I'm done recording. I'm going to press stop right there. Okay, so now I wrote stuff down. It says that I have an exam, but I don't know what the exam's about. So if I tap exam here, and then I have an exam on Monday, and then I have a quiz on Tuesday. Now, the exam on Monday is going to cover chapters 7 through 4, and the quiz on Tuesday is going to cover something else, whatever. Alright, so now I'm going to press stop. So now you guys got the idea of how this works. And this is really cool because it'll keep playing in order of the order in which you wrote stuff down. So basically wherever you could click it. So let's just do another trick here. Let's press record again. I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw a triangle, and the triangle has little thingies on it or something. Then I'm going to draw a square. Then I'm going to draw a graph. I don't know, plotting graph. Alright, and then I'm going to draw a stop. Wherever I push, it's going to read exactly what was said. So, a triangle, and the triangle has little thingies on it or something. Draw a triangle, and the triangle graph. Plotting graph. And you can jump to different positions of what when just pressing this button. So, that's at the beginning. You can change the speed of how this is pronounced. You can change the volume. So turn it all the way up. Playback speed, we can slow down a little, or maybe speed it up. Yep, so there you go. Alright, so now you can see how this works. Okay, so here we can look at a page that I made a little while ago. Unfortunately, I didn't have the cable right now to use to transfer the page we just made to the computer, but we can look at one I made in the past. So you can see some writing on here. You can see green writing and you can see black writing. Now the black writing right here is what I wrote on the page that I did not record. Either I forgot to press record or I just did it just to write something down. I didn't really care for the audio. If I click that, nothing really happens. But what happens when I click the green? Now the green is unwritten, and you can see it getting filled in with dark green, B is going to be the number of choices, and C is going to be the number of options, and the green area. Also, you have an exam. See, it's getting filled in at the same time. It's going to cover chapters 3 to 7. So this is pretty cool. Test on Thursday. And you know, you can see how this works.
This is Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, that's my girlfriend. You can hear. And
Press stop recording.
Anyway, You can see everything, and it works really well. It works just like magic. Sometimes it skips a little bit, like you can see right there. It skips a little bit right there because there's a little bit of black in the middle of what should have been green, but really it doesn't happen very often. Now, you can see other stuff on the left here. You can actually connect this to different things. You can email it, you can use Facebook. One of the coolest things, you can actually use Evernote. And I believe you get a 1-year free membership to Evernote Pro, and that can actually recognize your handwriting and turn it into text, which is really cool because if you have 3 years worth of Livescribe Echo Pen Smartscribe notes, if you want to look something up, like if you want to look internal combustion engines, something I learned in college, let's say 2 years ago, I'm not going to go through all my notes. I'm just going to type it right in, and it should understand it. Now, I don't think it works here as well. So let's look up exam, for example. Oh, maybe it does find it. Let's check it out. Large. Maybe it works. I can't really tell. Oh yeah, it does. You know what? It does recognize your writing. That is pretty darn cool. And this large right there, by the way, I'm zooming in, just pinching in, so that works too, is not very well written, and it understood it. Let's look up saying. Nope, didn't understand saying. Let's look up another word. Tomorrow. Will it find tomorrow? Oh, yeah, it found tomorrow. You know what? That is amazing. I just found that out right now, and that is so cool. Also, like I said, you can sync it with Evernote, and you get it 1 year of professional, the Evernote Pro. Another cool thing is you can actually share this document. So how do I do that? File. You can archive notebooks, import pencasts from other people. Pencast is basically the whole thing, seeing the picture and seeing it written in and listening to it. Let's see. Somehow I remember I was able to save it. Let's see. How do you do that? Nope, not here. And you can drag and drop it. Oh, here you go. You can send it to things, and you can, yeah, send it to your computer. There you go. When you save it to your computer, you can record it as a pencast, M4A audio, ping image, just a pencast or a regular PDF. It's pretty neat. So let's send it to my computer. And I don't know where it saved it to, but it saved it somewhere. I think I had one from before. Let's see, PDF. New. Oh yeah, there it is. There you go. And you can see it, a regular good old PDF document. And it says here you can click it to here and review this pencast PDF. You can download the latest version of Adobe Reader, which is pretty cool, but I'm not going to do that. Also, another really cool thing you can do, which I haven't done yet, but I might do it sometime later and show you guys. You can go to Livescribe store here, and you can buy stuff there. You can buy applications, and you can buy accessories and other stuff. So you can buy like the Smartpen portfolio. It's kind of like a little iTunes store, but not for iTunes, you know. Wait, store. There you go. So you can buy other stuff, like you can actually buy applications, and some of them are really cool. For some reason, Hebrew is really popular. Like you can do a lot of stuff with Hebrew in it. I guess this pen is popular in Israel, but you can, a whole bunch of stuff, and most of them cost money, but not a whole lot of money. Like Hangman, you can actually play Hangman with it, and you can play, tic-tac-toe. It actually translates for you, so you can write something down in English, and it'll understand what you wrote down, and the pen will tell you it in Spanish, or vice versa. And I think more stuff is going to come out like that for other languages, so that's just fantastic. Games, music is really cool. Actually, you can draw a whole piano out. I'm not sure where it is. Classical, I'm not sure where it is, but somewhere I know there's a piano. There's an app you draw a piano, and you can press the keys that you drew, and it'll play the different notes. This is really cool, and it's free. If you play guitar like I do, you can look at the gallery here. You write down a guitar A major, and it'll display it to you right on the screen. So you can just see where to put the fingers. So this is pretty darn cool because it recognizes how you wrote it based on where it is on the paper and what shape it is and stuff. And from what I understand, it recognizes really messy writing as well as really neat writing. So that would be good for me because my writing looks like crap half the time. So sports, sports, religions. There you go. Whatever. You can see it yourself. And yeah, if you guys are considering the Pulse pen, which is some accessories for it right there, I would highly recommend buying the Echo. It's got a lot of stuff that the Pulse doesn't do. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'm running out of time. But yeah, this pen rocks.